got a nice crunch. All right. So this afternoon, Chef Imani Greer is preparing for us a broccoli bacon slaw. And that's bacon spelled B-A-K-N. Okay, so not to be confused with B-A-C-on. Okay. So we're gonna let you take it away whenever you're ready.
Am I mic'd? Check one, check two.
Let me turn you up.
Good afternoon. Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1 check. Good afternoon, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Beautiful spot here. My name is Imani Greer, like she said. Thank you for the introduction. I'm the owner of Rosted Raw, the chef, slight dishwasher, prep cook, all that good stuff. I'm very excited to be back on stage. I haven't been in front of a lot of people in a while, so it's really good to see some of my customers are here, some people that have tried my food. I have done some events here in San Francisco before, so I see some faces. So thank you all so much for coming. I think as chefs, we never like the spotlight on us, but to push the brand and to really share the passion that I have for food and healthy food. You know, we're in a day and age where health is connected with food more than ever, and I feel like this is the time for people like the Vegan Society and chefs that I've followed after here in the Bay and then throughout my lifetime, including my mom and my grandparents, my grandmas and my aunts, and former chefs that I've worked with. So Roasted and Raw, for quick people that don't know, because I feel like more people in Oakland know us. Obviously, we're in the town, but you San Francisco people, you don't like to always come over the bridge every now and then. It's okay. Some are a little bit more consistent than others. It's okay. We're like the little brother over there. We do appreciate you, and I do. Whenever I hear somebody say, literally, I drove over the bridge to come eat, and it's one of the most humbling feelings to have somebody travel to eat your food. So, hello again. Welcome. Really quick, Roasted and Raw is a bowl shop, we call it. It's a rice bowl shop primarily, but we do quinoa bowls, we do salads, we do raw dishes, which is what I'm going to do here tonight. Our top sellers are the walnut chorizo empanadas. I know that Chef Ashley did a walnut chorizo earlier, I heard, so we're going to basically serve you. I got a surprise at the end. We're going to try a little bit of that as well. And then we also do kind of a mix. It's like my whole life on a map, you know? It's like a little bit of the moms and the aunties and my grandmas that had just these amazing soulful recipes, and we've just kind of tweaked them and made them plant-based. Taking I grew up around a lot of people from Laos and Vietnam, so we have a lot of Asian influenced ideas on our menu. I spent some time in Mexico as a kid, so it's about 30% Latino influenced. So the menu is just a global melting pot of just great dishes that some of you have grown up with a bit of a twist, my twist, okay? See, and then second of all, we've also incorporated the Bay Area food in here, you know? We have burritos on the menu. A lot of people compare our vegan burrito to some of the best taco trucks, food trucks in the Bay Area, which is really awesome. We have empanadas, that's our #1 seller. We have yuca fries, which she mentioned that I'm tired of, but those are our top sellers. So the menu, we also have hot pastas, mom's mac and cheese plate with glazed sweets and broccoli. But then you can also go to my pasta days. I love fresh pasta. I've been to about 30 different pasta spots in the Bay Area alone. If you need some recommendations on food, I probably eat more than any chef out, so I do travel and eat other people's food. But I would definitely recommend you eating a classic Alfredo, which we have on our menu. We have a classic bolognese with vegan chorizo. So the menu is just all over the place. And it confuses people, because some people walk in and they're like, what should I eat? I don't know. I say eat. So I have a sign that says, eat how you feel right now. And I encourage you to incorporate that in your daily lifestyle. Stop letting commercials or what's popular or what somebody else had dictate your cuisine on a day-to-day basis. Eat how you feel at that moment. And so that's what we're doing today. This is a classic broccoli and bacon slaw. If in my culture, if you go to a family reunion, a barbecue, a birthday, a graduation, you could be just out in the patio in the backyard and somebody usually whips up some type of coleslaw, some type of potato salad. The broccoli and bacon slaw wasn't at every event, but the one that really knew how to do it man, I always love the broccoli and bacon slaw. So when I was trying to develop, I'm not 100% vegan, don't kill me. But I do primarily plant-based during most of the day. And what I realized is eating raw and completely veggies, it makes me feel like He-Man. Like I'm like, you know, the energy is there, the vitamins are there, the nutrients are there, from the fruits to the vegetables. So let's get into it real quick. We don't have a lot of time. How much time do I have? How much time do I have? Perfect. Okay, I'm good. All right, so really quick. What I like to do with demos is do something simple, not give you every single detail because I want you to run with that yourselves, especially when it comes to seasonings and sauces. But I want you to really take this dish and go home and work with it, because these are dishes that you can literally get at the normal grocery store. You can omit a couple of different things, but for the most part, this is a completely raw vegan dish. I have a little bit of vegan mozzarella. That's your choice if you want to put it on or not to make it completely raw. But we have a broccoli and bacon sauce. So let's get into the ingredients really fast. I love ingredients. Even as a kid, like going through the grocery store, it's almost like it's like sports to me. You get excited. So if you want to get just regular broccoli, right? Sometimes you're going to have the pieces. Sometimes you can have the crown. The crown is always really good for the broccoli and bacon, because what I like to do is not use almost the whole exact thing. With raw vegan, you really want to get all the ingredients in there. So you can take a knife. This is a vegetable cleaver. I usually bring it on demos, but you can also use a little knife that you have at your house. All right. We also have a mandolin right here. This is one of my greatest tools. We use it to shave all kind of veggies, shave all kind of dishes. So what you can do is you can either put the broccoli on there, shave, paper thin, boom, boom. You can take your knife, chop, chop. Let me move this stuff. Chop, chop. And what we want to do is we want to have pieces, but we also want to have some nice shave, because what especially kids, what I've learned is, especially when it comes to plant-based cooking and plant-based preparing, it's textures, it's flavors, it's the combination of a hearty, crispy broccoli with some nice light kale, but it still has its own texture. So you have kale here. You can use any kind of kale. You can use lacinato, you can use dinosaur, you can use all kind of kale. We have cabbage here. We have a little bit of regular cabbage. We have a little bit of red cabbage. We have some paper thin carrots. We have some red peppers. Like I said, if you're at home, you can just take the side, slice it up like that. You can also take the tomato, always peel, always core that middle. All these are just regular ingredients, guys. You just want to slice, chop, however big, however small you like it. Obviously, if you're cooking for somebody that is kind of a little bit picky, you want to make it more bite-sized. The less work that they have to do when they're eating a raw salad, that's my advice. All right, so already we have broccoli, kale, tomatoes. We have carrots. You can either take carrots like that. You can slice them super easy. If you're at home, you know, you can just chill back, relax. Or if you're going fast like a restaurant, you can put them on there. Different ways to skin a cat, yeah? So we have our carrots. We have our tomatoes. We have everything right there. Next up, we have a couple different things. I always like to use kosher salt and a little bit of fresh black pepper. That kind of pops, that makes raw dishes kind of just give it that quick little bite. The salt obviously gives it its backbone. The pepper gives it that kick, that bite. And then we also have fresh parsley. If anybody's come to our restaurant, you always see something little green on top. When you are developing a restaurant concept, especially in the Bay Area, that needs to be quicker, needs to be faster concept, you have to take things from your past. I used to work in fine dining a lot, pasta shops. We always finish with a little fiend herbs, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of fresh dill, basil, you have it. So what I did was I thought, what is the most affordable, quick, fast way that I can bring that fine dining world into the quick service bowl shop? And that's parsley. Parsley is like my best friend. It gives, not only it gives some earthiness to the top, it gives some color. Even kids don't mind a little bit of parsley on top. So next up, we have a little dehydrated vegan bacon. You can use different kind of vegan bacons depending on if you want to go completely raw. Some are cold pressed, some are cold smoked. You can really look at the ingredients. I would suggest, whether you're vegan or you're not, or whether you shop alone, Instacart, I would really focus the next few years on the ingredients on the back label. As someone that is transitioning into not just being vegan, but also looking at, because even vegan, as you guys know, can be some of the most unhealthy lifestyles when you come to the oils, when you come to the broken sauces that people use to try and make it taste. When you talk about taking an all-natural soybean and processing it to the point where it's now, everyone looks at soy as bad. So do your research on the ingredients that you use. That's number one. Make sure the less ingredients you have on the back label. I know you see that on TikTok. I know you see that on Reels. Everyone kind of knows that at this point. But I would really do the research on your ingredients. So when it comes to raw cooking, we use things like cold pressed olive oil, cold pressed. They even have, nowadays they have cold pressed avocado oil. They have cold pressed coconut oil. You want to use something that hasn't gone above 110 degrees to make it classically raw. So we have two combinations of the sauces here. And I'm giving you all the ingredients first because then I'm going to go into the and make a big bowl for you guys to taste, okay? Too much talking, we're gonna cut it down, but I do want you to have the ingredients so you can go home and really make this dish, all right? So, we got our veggies, right? We got our seasonings, salt and pepper. We kept it easy. We have dehydrated bacon. Literally, I sat there in a dehydrator. You can put it on your, if you really want, you can put it in your oven low at 200 degrees. I think it's the lowest house oven we'll go to. But let it sit couple hours, boom, boom. And then we also have apples. I'm from Wisconsin originally. I have lived in 6 cities, but Wisconsin is is my home. And so we do a lot of apples up there. There's a lot of apple orchards, a lot of apple trees. So we definitely have Granny Smith. Those are my favorite. In a raw dish, it gives it that bite, that crunch, that hardiness. Like if you don't know a Granny Smith apple, go get one. Because there's a lot of good apples, but Granny Smith, when it comes to actually a salad, really give it a nice little bite. All right? Moving over to the sauces really quick. Sauces are always, it's like the angel and the devil on your shoulder. We all know that. When you go to a restaurant, you have people that don't need a lot of sauce, and then I have customers that ask me for 3 or 4 extra chipotles, extra ranch. So everyone is on a sauce scale, but I will say this. Whether you are vegan or not, or whether you are healthy or not, if you take a raw dish or a vegan dish and you add a half a cup of some sauces, it's not, you're killing the whole point of being healthy. So what I would challenge you to do, which I've challenged myself, trust me, I'm a huge barbecue sauce guy. We all know barbecue sauce has hundreds and hundreds of grams of sugar, most of the good ones. What you really want to do is try and find flavors together, right? So the juice of the tomato, right? The juice of the apple, the juice of the pepper, the hardiness of the broccoli, the kale, the cabbage, all that coming together. With here I have cold pressed oil and apple cider vinegar, raw apple cider vinegar, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of fresh ginger, salt, pepper, and a little bit of agave. All right? If you blend this in your NutriBullet, you blend this in your blender, it'll give it a nice airy texture. You have a little bit of vegan mayonnaise here that you can make out of several different things. You can make it out of, you can whip it, make it raw with different oils, tapioca starches here and there. Do your research. I can't give you my full recipe. But we have in this dish, when I was a kid, it was the combination. I can remember it. I was a chef as a kid. I started at 8. But it was the salty, sweet, acidic, creamy, mixed in with the raw broccoli that my aunts got me with. You know what I mean? It's like, who eats broccoli as a kid raw? But, and as an African American community, not a lot of our dishes that are actually raw get a lot of compliments, get a lot of attention. When most people think of our food as soul food, it's like cooked, hearty, soulful. It's all the way cooked down. It's low and slow. Okay, that's a great thing. But we actually have some really good raw salads and really good salads as well. So we are going to get into it. Apple cider mustard, we call it vinaigrette. This will be on our kale Caesar. All of our mixed greens in the house that you'll come in Rosted Raw are mixed with this dressing. This is kind of our house dressing. It's very good. It's bright. It's vibrant. It gives a nice kick. The ginger kind of gives it a little edge too. Then we have the smoked cucumber ranch. So what we do is we cold smoke cucumbers. Then we shave them on a microplane, which is basically like your peeler. It's a little bit finer. And then we hit it with all kind of different seasonings. A little bit of raw vinegar. A little bit of uncooked Worcestershire, which is kind of like low, slow caramelized vinegar. And a little bit of fresh dill and fresh parsley, fresh lemon, all right? If you come into our restaurant, one of the biggest things that we don't shortcut on is the simple, basic, affordable flavors. we are so used to just grabbing a sauce and pouring it on. Get some fresh lemon, get some fresh garlic, get some fresh herbs. It's literally an extra $2. I promise you, those will make your raw dishes pop, all right? I'm gonna get into the salad. You guys can give me a second. We're gonna mix that salad really nice. We're gonna plate it up for you guys. And then I got one last surprise. If you haven't had our chorizo empanadas, we make a walnut chorizo like Ashley did earlier. We put our own walnuts in there. We put different kind of things like sun-dried tomatoes. We put chipotle peppers. We put seasonings, fresh herbs, fresh garlic. We put vinegars, we put oils, and we grind all that up, all right? We put it inside a little pastry and we fry that bad boy. We come with chipotle aioli. I can't stand the sauce, but everybody loves it. They call it like the crack sauce. I can't, it's terrible, but it's so good. So you'll have that with the empanada along with the broccoli slaw, all right? Thank you so much. I'm gonna mix. While I guess there's like a question and answer session. While I'm mixing, if somebody has a question, I can answer it. And then give me about 5 minutes and we'll eat. All right? Thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions?
He's located in downtown Oakland.
607 14th Street. So those of you that do come to Oakland, number one, I'm going to give a disclaimer. The last 6 months have been some of the greatest, safest, just more vibrant. I would say the last few months. If you haven't been downtown Oakland in the last few months, since the beginning of 2024, when everyone wants to make national headlines, I will give credit to everyone. I'm not going to get into all the details, but I will say between the beautiful residents of Oakland, including myself that lives by the lake, I will say the new police and the force, the downtown, the corporate, everyone has made a push for Oakland to be better. And I will say as a, thank you, that does get a clap. I will say as a business owner that has broken into 4 times, it has gotten a lot better downtown. We are very excited about that. The night still needs some work, but I will say come downtown Oakland. We're right in front of the Federal Building, kitty corner to City Hall. We have a beautiful Marriott AC across the street. And it's a nice place. You know, we've thought about moving. We've thought about coming over the bridge. We've thought about packing up and going. Yeah, well, as a business owner, you think of everything, you know, especially if you're not from the Bay. But I will say we love our home in Oakland. The people of Oakland, if you don't know, are super foodies. They love the fact that we have a healthy restaurant downtown. And so we're excited about it.
Not to mention that Oakland was just voted number 1 on the
Condé Nast Traveler magazine, yes.
So
which a lot of people, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you what my day job is. It's not just talking on this microphone and the chefs, okay? So I work in downtown Oakland at the Uptown Downtown Business Improvement District, also known as the BID or the CBD. So our heart goes out to you, Imani, with the brinket. So we have a team of ambassadors that are in downtown Oakland, a specific
blue shirts,
blue and yellow. The blue are the new ones.
Okay.
I won't tell you who's funding those ones, but anyway, so it is a program that we are funded by the tax assessment dollars that the property owners pay into the specific district. So from 27th and Broadway down to the police station between Webster and part of Telegraph, okay? That area, so like if you see people walking around in like an ambassador shirt that's like green or like you mentioned blue, they will do a safety escort for you. There's a phone number that you can call or if you happen to see them. So we are really making a big push to say Oakland is better in person. Okay?
It is. It really is.
As a matter of fact, okay, I'm gonna do another little shameless plug. So we're having a silent disco in front of City Hall at 1 Franco Galpad, yes, on Halloween. We're also having a little Halloween costume contest. You might be able to win a little something where you can support our local businesses in downtown Oakland. So
We need
coming
it.
out there, that's our last event of the year. We've had a sip and paint out there. So Oakland, we're doing a lot to bring people back because it is a culture. It's a whole vibe. I guess I'm really not here to be an ambassador for Oakland, right? But I'm just saying, it's a vibe, okay?
Yes.
It's very close to BART. As a matter of fact,
12th Street BART. Yeah, so we do have the train.
Oh, for the thing? Oh, yeah. So if you want to find out what's happening in downtown Oakland, you can go to a website called oaklandcentral.com. Yours truly sends out a weekly e-blast that lists all the different things that are happening down here. So, Imani, if you have something, please send me an email so I'll make sure to list it. You've already done a feature on his business.
They have. Oakland's been amazing to us.
Oh,
Go ahead. What's the next question?
You have a question? What? What is the bacon made out of?
The bacon is made out of all natural soy, and basically it's been marinated, cold smoked. You can add your own. But what you can do, even something simpler, you can take all natural pressed tofu and cut it super thin, and you can put your own cure on it. You can put a little bit of salt, sugar. You can kind of let it sit. You can smoke it. And then slow roast it. You can put your, if you really want to be 100%, you can take raw agave, you can take simple syrup, stuff like that. And ours is dehydrated, so it kind of stays. I do have some hardcore vegan, raw vegans. I shout out to you guys. So we try to stay as 100% raw as possible, but it is made out of soy. You could do mushroom for bacon for sure. I've ate at I'll be honest with you. I've ate it, and I've been here since 2020, and I've between meal prep and pop up shop, and then now making a brick and mortar. I've eaten about over probably 120 restaurants, and so I've tried so many different mushroom bacons, and just different kind of works with mushrooms as well. We do some mushrooms as well. We make a carne asada and a carnitas out of mushrooms, so it's definitely. One thing I will say really quick for this raw dish, make sure you kind of, if you're at home and you're eating for yourself, you don't have to wear gloves because you're eating it. But make sure gloves or not, you almost like massage and kind of press and squeeze, because one thing about raw dishes is the veggies and the fruits, they kind of need to be activated. So chopping them and breaking that seal, or like I say, and really getting the inside. But then the combination is just really kind of, when we're on the line, we obviously do this a lot faster. But what you want to do is you kind of want to squeeze. And so what that does is that allows the sauces and allows the salt, the pepper, the vinegars, the oils, and everything that are in your sauces that really incorporates very quickly. Obviously, if you didn't do that and you sat it overnight, it would kind of soak. But these are instant raw dishes, and we all know that that's when you get the most nutrients out of it. All right. So I'm gonna have my team get ready to start plating this up. Here is your broccoli and bacon slaw. Thank you. Like I said, very simple ingredients. You can do it without the bacon. You can do it without the vegan cheese. You can do it without certain things. I would encourage you to, and I shop like my mom, so if I see something on sale, if I see a vegetable that might be a little cheaper than normal, because we all know that the produce has gone up, whether it's California or it's imported. So I would definitely, you can add your own renditions. You can add your own veggies, your own fruits. A lot of people's broccoli and bacon slaw actually has raisins in it. I can't stand raisins, so mine doesn't have raisins. Some people put grapes, some people put oranges, some people put different kind of fruits. But I would say, make it how you make it. Make it how you make it. All right.
Are there any other questions?
She's gonna dish it up.
Yeah, you can just.
You've done a great job.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna plate up, and then I'm also gonna. They're gonna do the salad, and I'm gonna give you some empanadas as well.